we're back in Red Cake Digital with R5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming again, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
for
man.
having us. Seriously, this has been really, really fun so far. I'm loving it.
Okay, good. Well, we can always do it again. So, Rocky, talk about the studio setup and what you've been working with.
Our studio is actually, I guess it's as modern as you get now. We use a lot of plugins. Honestly, we can make a song on a laptop now. We run Logic.
Logic, okay.
Yeah, I started out on Logic, and that's just kind of like just stuck with it. And I like it. I don't know if I'll ever change, just because then I gotta learn a whole.
Well, you don't have to because it's just as effective as
Yeah.
Pro Tools. You can do anything in Pro Tools.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of your own personal
Yeah.
preference, but we use a lot of keys. We use the Juno 106.
Mm-hmm.
That's like our go-to synth probably for most of the synth.
And
stuff.
so that's what you kind of bed everything with? With the keys, and then do you start out with a drum program? Is your drummer always on call?
The songs start out. They usually start out with some sort of instrument, but it's always different. It's always different. It could be a key part, like Ross could be jamming on a key part, and then I'm like, maybe I'm making a drum loop or something, or there's a bass
Happens
line.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like we'll have these I'll have these like 16-minute voice memos or like 20-minute voice memos. It usually starts with like me playing something on the Juno, and Rocky will pull up a drum kit and start like doing these crazy break beats, and I'll be singing for like 20 minutes. It's kind of like in the moment jam.
Yeah.
They're never really like turned into a song, but they're like these little gems of like 20-minute long music.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
All you need is a 5-second melody with the music that just
Sure.
clicks, and that's
pull that out.
Yeah.
That'd actually be a cool thing to, we might be doing that USB thing for the meet and greets.
Yep.
That'd actually be a cool thing, like 20-minute voice memo jam. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It probably sounds horrible.
Probably.
Oh,
That might be impressive.
Well, yeah, people love that. I mean, they like to see how the genesis of things and how
Yeah.
where you guys begin and then where you end. I mean, it's not like they're not going to go buy the record because they have that little voicemail. That's for sure. That's cool. So then, so the drummer comes in. He's good at playing to your tracks and all that.
A lot of these newer songs, we actually didn't even put live drums on them because we ended up going a more R&B, funk, electronic route. So some of the drums are just drum loops, or because we wanted that sound.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, too, is like we're taking audio from someone who already mic'd a drum and played it.
It's already there.
It's the same.
Right.
It's virtually the same thing. Maybe we'll get a
Yeah.
little more variety if you just had the whole play the whole song, right?
Oh, trust me, it's a pain in the ass.
Exactly.
To mic drums.
Exactly, and we like the sound of having consistent snares and kicks. You know what I mean?
And
totally.
if when we write, we usually kind of like the genre is kind of always going like this. So on the more rock sounding songs, we do throw live drums on them. Like there's this song that's called "Did You Have Your Fun," and that has live drums.
That record almost had all live drums.
Yeah, that actually, sometime last night, the second record, all those songs had live drums on them.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff we're referencing right now is from our newest EP called New Addictions. Came out last week.
Oh, right on. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, it's like we're almost more producers now than musicians.
Right.
So everything is kind of here. It's just that's just how we do. It's kind of the new.
For
way
those of you who can't see, he was
yeah.
typing with.
I'm doing a computer gesture.
Stand up, Rocky. They can't see you.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, if it calls for live drums, we definitely will throw
Well,
them
with
on.
plugins, I mean, you can virtually get any sound.
Yeah, and
available
there's a lot of tape.
It's already been out there.
Tape emulators and things like that, and obviously nothing sounds true to like the analog stuff, but
But it's also kind of the sound of our generation too.
True.
Yeah.
Like even
Very
though
true.
like we're not sure, maybe we don't have the highest quality because it's not tape or whatever. A lot of songs like there's this guy named Kate Shinoda who makes the craziest dance grooves basically, but you can't really like emulate that sound if it were to be analog.
Right.
I just don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely
crazy.
right. You're totally on point because that's the genre you guys are in.
Totally.
And in order to stay on that
Yeah.
level, that's really where it's at.
Yeah, that's just where music's going, kind of thing, because it's so accessible.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
This
I don't
fucking
know.
technology is everywhere now.
Yeah.
And like I've got this friend who's like this total analog cat, right? And all he's got is analog, but he's always spending time working on it, and something's always broken. And fuck, meanwhile, you guys are just knocking it out, So talk about your guitar rig and
back in the day, we used to make the songs a little more edgy and rock for the live show because we didn't really. The productions were extremely glossy and poppy, but now the productions are, because we did them, it's a little more kind of gritty, but
More
still
raw.
being pop, a little more raw. So live, we still edge them out and make them a little more guitar heavy and a little more rock, but not because we don't like them, but it's because like it's become like a live thing. It's like our show we like to add that. So live, I play Gibson. I have a couple SGs, couple Les Pauls that they're all new models. None of them are vintage because that's just the ones that are available for them to lend me.
Yeah.
And then amp, I use a Marshall JVM 410H.
Nice.
But I run through the G system. You guys know the little TC Electronics.
I saw a
G
picture
system?
with your pedal board on it. It looks real clean.
Okay, yeah. So I run through that. I have a couple different. I used to run through a couple distortion pedals, but the distortion and clean tones weren't as good.
Yeah.
So now I actually run through the preamp in the Marshall head for the clean and the crunch tones, and they actually sound much better.
Yeah.
So I'm using that now, and yeah, I think it's. I enjoy it.
You sling nice and low too. That's sexy, dude.
I used to when we first started out as a band. I had my guitar like so low I couldn't even reach it. But I've kind of been bringing it higher and higher.
Style.
Yeah, as the years go on, it just keeps getting
Right, a little pretty low gunslinger yourself.
Oh, Riker
I'm a
rocks
little
low.
gunslinger.
His
The
bass-
lower the bass, the better the band.
You'd think
is
he'd
what I
watch
say.
the Ramones or something
Yeah.
because it's down by his
fucking low.
knees.
From a guitar standpoint, I understand my guys like it when I sling it low too, but fuck, I gotta play it, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they say. I'm always like, lower, guys, lower. they do a lot more. They do a lot more intricate work than I do. I'm pretty much just holding down the rhythm, and a couple extra licks here and there. So
Ross is a Fender cat.
yeah, both of us.
Riker and I
Yeah,
both
yeah,
are Fender
yeah.
guys.
Fender
Fender
bass,
piece,
Fender
huh?
guitars.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
What do you play?
I got a, I'm not like the huge guitar guy. I really enjoy playing, but like I don't like know the models or anything.
Yeah. Well,
I got a Strat, a few
sling
tellies.
telly, yeah.
Yeah. I got really the Strat's my favorite, honestly, just because it seems like it has the purest tone.
Yeah.
It does.
And it's so easy to play.
Oh yes. So fun fact. So I was on Dancing with the Stars, and I played this Strat in the first episode I was on, and they let me keep it, and I gave it to him.
No, it was it was Riker's guitar, and I
Wow.
was like, I played it one time. I played it, and I was like, Riker, this isn't yours. I'm taking this guitar.
No, I brought it. I
You
brought
have
it back
not-
for you for sure.
Yeah. Well, Riker's never gonna play that guitar. So I was like, dude, this is mine. Give it to me.
Riker, you're playing Fender P?
Yeah,
Or
so
Jazz?
I have a Fender P bass. It's all black, and then I have a Fender J bass that they custom painted for me. It's a sparkle blue finish.
Oh, nice.
And then I just got a Fender Mustang, which is like a short neck.
Right.
It is so cool, man.
Yeah?
It's so little. It's like I can just jump around and go crazy.
It's like a
with
3/4 scale or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, it's really tiny, but it's got a P bass pickup
And a jazz.
and
And
a
a
jazz
jazz,
bass,
yeah.
and you can switch between the two.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. The,
Oh,
the
wow.
tone is awesome. And then I also have a Music Man
Right.
that I actually bought when I was probably my second bass. It was like my first official.
I remember when you got your Music Man.
Yeah.
You were telling me about it.
Yep,
yeah.
yep. It's so I have a white Music Man, and that's actually the bass for that they usually play on the records.
Man,
Yeah,
that bass.
so-
It used to have this amazing setup. Like we had a few bass players come over and play it because we were just jamming, and they were like, "Man, this bass is so good." And I think somebody even told us like, "Hey, don't let anybody touch it." Eventually, our guitar tech Diamond got his hands on it. It's never.
Well,
been
he
the
said
same.
it before that.
no.
He
He did?
He just doesn't. Yeah, he just needs to redo it.
It was just one of those special setups. I don't know what it was, but it was so perfect.
I guarantee he can fix that for
Yeah.
100%.
I'll look through a catalog every once in a while, and I'll look. They make it like a Stingray or something, and they're
Yeah.
freaking really expensive. And I'm thinking, wow, those things are really
Music
special
Man.
basses. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it a Stingray or is it? Oh no,
And
I
they're
think it's a
freaking heavy.
Sterling. Is it Stingray? I think I have a Stingray. It is
What-
heavy.
yeah.
It's real. It's active pickup, so it's got the
Right.
battery
Right.
in there. But yeah, for the most part, that's what they write the bass lines. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really write the records. I just kind of help out.
Yeah.
I'm like the first listen that they'll like the guy they show
Mm-hmm.
their first preview of the song to. That's me. But so they write and record on the Music Man for the most part.
Yeah, I know. I look at those basses and I'm thinking, because I don't know that much about them either. I'm like you. I don't, they're tools to me. I don't
Yeah.
really want to know everything about them.
Totally.
But $4,000 or something like that. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
that's a special
Yeah,
bass.
mine wasn't that bad for sure. I think
Yeah.
it was maybe 12.
Fender is a little out of their mind with their custom shop things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh man, I saw
so
this amazing guitar the other day on their site though. It's made out of agave.
Agave, yeah.
The tequila plant. It's literally made out of agave, and it was such a beautiful, like wooden, glossy sort of finish.
wow,
guitar.
like this really interesting wood.
Yeah,
That's
and it,
so
like the whole thing was like a
freaking
maple neck.
Yeah.
And this like sort of like it looked like oak almost, but like and they had a finish, and then the pick guard as well looked like wood. It was so cool.
Wow.
Wow. I'll
If
have
that's
to
from
look it up.
George Clooney's agave farm by any chance, definitely get
Sammy
that.
Hagar has his
that's lucky.
the tequila farm.
That's a lucky guitar.
Yeah,
I actually hit up our rep, and I was like, hey man, I don't know what the chances are, but if I can get my hands on one of those, it'd be sweet.
Yeah, why not try?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So you guys